Hello guys, welcome to the HTML tutorial part 1 introduction. So what is HTML? The first point, HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Hypertext Markup Language, the abbreviation of HTML. Then what is hypertext? Hypertext refers to the way in which web pages, that is HTML documents, are linked together. The link available on a web page is called hypertext. In a web page, lot of hypertext we can find. By using this hypertext, web pages are linked together. So these links, hypertext links available on a web page, that is what we call hypertext. It is basically a link. The web pages links are available in a web page. What is the next point here? It is HTML is a standard markup language. HTML is a standard markup language of the web development. What that means? Technically, HTML is a markup language rather than a programming language. It is not a programming language that you should be aware of, that you should be understand that it is not a programming language. Instead, it is just a markup language. Unlike C, C++, Java, Python, JavaScript, HTML is not a programming language. Instead, it is just a markup language. It has no logic. In general programming, we will be having logic. But in this case, HTML, there is no logic. It is just a markup technique that we use to create or to describe a web page. We use HTML to simply mark up a text document. Let's say this is the text document that we are currently seeing. What is this? It is a text document. We use HTML to simply mark up a document with the tags. As of now, we can see that we have ourselves, we have designed something like a header and is a separator, and here is a numbering format, and whatever the spaces we have given, and the font size and font family, those, okay, that we have done by ourselves. But this text document can be more beautifully, we can mark up, okay, this text document we can improve the visibility of this text document on a web page. Okay, basically in the web we will be seeing so many web pages. Those are in general, if it is a simple text with some tables or with some basic text that is marked up by using HTML, that is very convenient, and that is very readability will be improving drastically. We use HTML to simply mark up a text document with the tags. In HTML, we will be using tags. What it does, a tag that tell a browser how to structure that, the tag will tell the browser that how to structure the content. Tag basically tells the browser that how to structure the content that is displaying on a web page. HTML language, it is used to create basically web pages and web applications. You can consider any of the web page and any of the web application. HTML is the basic, very basic. Without HTML, there is no web page that marked up so properly, and it is very essential. It is very essential. You can consider any of the web page and any of the web application, HTML will be there. By using HTML, they have formatted the web page or web application very basically. That is the basic thing in web development. What is the next point here? It is HTML tags label pieces of content such as heading, paragraph, table. For all the content, okay, that we wish to display in a web page, those got labeled with a tag. For all this content, we have a tags for that, for to represent that particular content, we have that particular tag. So basically it will label the content, for example heading, paragraph, table. For the different content, to represent the different content, we have the different tags in HTML. What is the next point here? It is we can create a static website by HTML only. There is a difference between static and dynamic. By using HTML, we can just create a static website. So what is this static and what is this dynamic? It is like a static means it is like a similar to standalone. Okay. Simple definition, that is what is static and what is dynamic. So we have static website and we have dynamic website. What is static websites? Static websites use only client side HTML and CSS code. Okay. Client means the user. Static website use only client side HTML and CSS code, while dynamic websites rely on both client side and server side scripting languages. We call Java script is a scripting language. JavaScript is a scripting language. As well, we have PHP and ASP. In the simple HTML website, that is a static website, simple static HTML website, there is no link to the server. Okay. So it is not, it cannot be changed dynamically by accessing the server. But in case of a dynamic website, when a user access a dynamic website, the website can be changed through code that is run in the browser or on the server. Basically, it changes the content. Okay. It changes the content if it is accessing the server. If it is accessing the server, okay, by that server, it can render the changes. In case of static HTML, in case of static website, we are not using any scripting. Observe, that is the main point, that we don't use the script as far as to develop basic static HTML website. It's like a standalone, we can consider static website. It has no dependency of the server. It has no dependency of the server code. So to learn the web development, to learning for learning web development, HTML it is the basic. To learn the web development in depth, okay, it is like a starting point, or it is very basic for web development. HTML it is very basic. If we learn the HTML, the technologies like JavaScript, PHP, or Angular, it is we can understand very easily. We can understand these languages easily. So HTML is the basic. So if we learn the syntax and the language usage properly, then basically these JavaScript and PHP, Angular, those becomes easy to learn. So that this is just an introduction for HTML. So in this tutorial, we will be learning about HTML5. That is the latest version. And what are the features that are added to the HTML5 compared to the previous version of HTML? That we will see in another video tutorial. Thank you.